What's going on, everybody? It's me, Acrylic Golden, here with yet another new video. Now, before we jump into this video, I do want to say two things. One, heads up, there might be some sensitive topics discussed, not fully sure. Second thing, this is going to be the last video of this year. If it does come out this year, maybe it gets pushed to 2023. If it's pushed to 2023, this is the first video of that year, and I'm going to be posting way fucking more since my old editor, Alec, is expected to be coming back. And even before that, I'm going to be streaming 4 times a day, 4 times a week on Twitch, twitch.tv/totallynotgolden. Go check that out. And yeah, without further ado, let's just jump right into this. So this is why 2022 was such a meh and weird year for me, right? So, heads up, potential trigger warning. I'm just going to let you guys know, potential trigger warning, specifically around topics such as depression. That is an actual thing. I'm not going to say the other word, but that. So quick trigger warning on that. I'm okay. Don't worry about me, guys. I promise you. But I did want to give a heads up because one of the stories I'm going to tell that happened in about March does involve something involving that, right? So, I'm going to try stretching that till at least the 5-minute mark so YouTube doesn't just take my video out of the algorithm. So yeah. But yeah, let's just jump right into this, alright? So, why this year was so meh and weird. So, let's start off. Start of the year, I got Acrylic, which is the org I own currently, about last year, right? In July, I want to say. It was like kind of almost a birthday present, weirdly. Like, I joined the org, and then I got it like a few months later. It was a weird situation, and it was awesome. And I'm very happy with it. And I can actually find the exact day I got it, real quick. So let me do that. Yeah, so in November last year, I got the org, right? Which is awesome. I'm super fucking grateful I have it. This is probably the best thing that has come from this for me personally. I am so eternally grateful for owning an esports org. Is dope. So in November last year, I get this org. So in January, to start like the year, right? January, February, and March. Some of the worst years I think this org will, not years, months, I think this org will ever see, because we were inconsistent as fuck with socials. We weren't getting any content out. We weren't playing any comp. Like, it was barely a fucking team, honestly. Because we had, I want to say, one guy in Nevada as a content creator, Knickknacks, who's still with us. Fucking, you're the GOAT, Nikki. And Jay, who's also still with us. Jay, you're also the GOAT. I fucking love you, bro. But, yeah, so I think we had 3 content creators, and I think we were trying to get an EU team for European Challengers, right? For COD. In the Vanguard season, obviously. This was during Vanguard. Which is actually how I met Optical. Optical, a great guy. We love Optical here. And also was trying to get a Halo team set up, right? Neither of those have worked. Well, EU kind of has worked out. Halo has not worked out to this point. I'm just going to get that out of the way. Quick spoiler. We tried getting a Halo team set up. I don't think we ever even got close. But, you know, that's how we met L2, who is a friend of the channel, and is also co-owner of the org, which is dope. So, I have a water, so let me just crack this open real quick. This is going to be a little bit of a longer video. So, L2 and Optical and Nikki and Jay and the one other guy that was in Nevada, who I don't remember the name of. I think it was something Josh. I want maybe Derpy Josh, something like that. He hasn't been part of the org for a few months, / the entire year basically since January. So, we had pretty much no one on the team, right? It was really rough. I had no finances, so I couldn't pay anyone. We had no, and I couldn't pay for leagues with no finances. And I couldn't play, and I couldn't, like, get anything set up, really, with the guys, because, again, not having money, kind of a fucking problem when you're owning a business, right? So, I was like, okay, I have to turn this around or I have to leave it, right? Like I have to do something. So, um, I I asked my family, hey, look, I am. They were fully supportive of it because they've seen how dedicated I was, and I was like, hey, look, me and Max, who was one of my friends at the time, and we'll get onto it later. It's in March, um, but uh, so with I asked my family like, hey, Max and we own an esports organization. Um, is there any way you guys can help us like pay for certain things like tournaments and all that? And my family, God bless them. I don't even believe I'm an agnostic, but God bless them. Because they were like, yeah, absolutely, like we want to support you, and thankfully we have the money to be able to do so. So they helped me out. They gave me a little bit of money. Not actually too much, but it was like a lot for some people. Um, and it was around New Year's anyway, so it was about $100, and I used that to buy us into a tournament. And with that, we had a team which was made up of, and I'm going to try remembering these guys' names for this. It's Bevo, Legends, Fungal, and Darnell. Those four. We bought into the the GEC League, right? The GEC League. I can't remember what it's actually called, but it's the GEC League. So we bought into that league. It was about like $30. It was all right, The team, the roster, honestly, just stuck around for about a week, and then kind of exploded, which pissed me the fuck off. But we bought into the GEC League. We actually played in the GEC League like a few months later, um, because it was super early in Vanguard, and we were waiting for all like the comp sets and everything to come out. So once they did, the league kicked off in about March, I want to say, and we were playing in it, and it was awesome, and I had a great time with it. And then the team, like the roster of Bevo, Darnell, Fungal, Legends, kind of blew up, where Bevo never really hopped on. Darnell, who I don't really talk to him, but I follow him on Twitter and all that. He was fine. He actually wanted to stick around with Acrylic. Yeah, one of his old Twitter is Acrylic for life. That's like his bio, which is awesome. I appreciate that from him. And Legends, um, he's a solid player. He's actually probably the best player we had. Could have been a top challengers player, I will argue. And I haven't talked to him since the roster pretty much blew up. He had some accusations come out. There was hacking, obviously, which aren't true as far as I know. So Legends, I know you haven't done that. At least I don't think. I think he's retired by now. And Fungal also haven't talked to since the roster exploded, right? So that was the shittiest 3 months. And then something way worse. We're way past the 5-minute mark now, so I'm able to talk about this. So something way worse happened in March, which if you guys have watched one of my older videos or have seen my Twitter around March or just seen my Twitter banner, you know what this is, and it's Max. Max had it sadly passed away in March, right? And trigger warning here. This is where the trigger warning was in place for. It was by suicide, right? So I was completely fucking wrecked by that. And I mean, I had to take a step back, and that's when L2 stepped up and from everything. I had to take a step back from everything. Acrylic, content, whatever the fuck. I couldn't make content. I was the most depressed I've ever been, I think, in my life. Because, as far as I was concerned, he basically was my brother. He wasn't, but I've known him since first grade, and I grew up with him. So he was basically my brother. I talked to him every day for a full year. before he passed. The entire, like, 365 days plus I had been talking to him, and then he did what he did, right? So, I had to completely leave for about, honestly, I think I was like, I want to say it was a month, but I think it honestly might have been shorter. It was probably more like a 2-week hiatus where I just took a step back and took the time to mourn and cry and really, like, really come to terms with everything, right? I'm actually checking right now. It was about, it was a oh my god, it was a month. It was a month hiatus from everything. Content, esports. I think I was doing some work on esports, but not much. Mainly because I was a graphics guy, so I had to be available to do graphics. That was all I was able to do. So, with that, I don't even, you know, like, it's weird. I can't even, like, I don't even cry about this as much anymore. Like, I will occasionally, but it happened a while ago, and I've come to terms with it, and it's weird. But, basically, what happened after was, I took a step back, and then I came back in April, and I came with a different mentality of, look, I'm not doing this for me anymore with esports or content. I'm not doing this for me anymore, especially esports, because that was me and him. We own that shit. So, I came in with a different mentality. I said, look, I'm not doing this for me anymore. I'm not doing this for a potential career. Well, I want it to be a career, but I'm not doing it for that reason, right? I'm doing this because I want to make it a memorial, basically, to Max, and, like, something that will be eternalized, as Max's legacy, right? So, with that, we pretty much came out swinging in April. I think that was when we brought in Shaw. I always say Shay for some fucking reason. Shaw. And with Shaw, who, if you guys aren't familiar with Shaw, he's a big guy in the cutscene. Not, like, huge, but, like, he's kind of a shit poster, and he's hilarious, and we love Shaw here. So we bring him in, I want to say in April, and with him, honestly, the entire org kind of fucking, like, boomed out. It was actually May. It was May, my bad. It was May. And the org kind of just ballooned, right? Like, we bring in a guy who's super experienced with socials. He's done multiple social media things. And immediately that helps us so much. We immediately start growing. 37 followers in that month, which isn't a whole lot, but, you know, we take those. We take those W's. Next month, you know, kind of slowed it down. 7 followers, you know, it's all good. But Shaw was helping us every single step of the way. Just consistently growing out there. And honestly, it was, like, huge for us. And then when we get into the National COD League, right? And the National COD League helps us even more. Because Shaw gets to go really strong in the shit posting. And that was awesome. And, we actually, I think, had one of our top tweets, not of all time, but actually maybe of all time, where it was, this tweet where Shaw, like, took a photo of, one of the teams' scoreboards that we played, and we whipped their ass. It was New Jersey Prodigy. And, one of their players had left. So he tweeted out, bro left his team. And it was fucking hilarious. And it actually gained a lot of, likes and all that for the size of our org team. We were at like 200 followers, so 57 likes, huge. And then in September we got Nada, who Nada is the fucking goat. Him and Shaw combined, holy fuck, they're great. Shaw left when Nada joined because Shaw was going off to work for Validity. He doesn't work there anymore. I don't know where Shaw works. I forgot to ask. But, we bring in Nada to replace Shaw, basically. And Nada picks up right where Shaw left off. I love both of them. Nada's a goat. And, you know, he keeps the bangers rolling, dude. Like, genuinely, it's just ba-boom, 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 one after another. And it was great. And then November, I know, October, I know we're kind of rattling through this after March. I'm just trying to get through esports, and then I'll recap my life. But I want to just get through esports real quick. October, we book our first ever LAN for Acrylic. Holy fuck, that helped us so much. That LAN in general, my god, was huge. November, we actually attend the LAN. Got, and here, let me pull this up. 100,000 impressions in November. Almost all of that came from the LAN. Legitimately, almost all of it. We got mentioned 761 times that month on Twitter. It was ridiculous. We gained like 60 new followers. It was great. Next month, not as huge. Pretty good though, which is this month, December, or last month, depending on when you're watching this video. But pretty solid. Another 52,000 impressions and 301 mentions, and it was like, holy fuck, we're kind of ballooning. And that's when we crossed the 400 follower mark, like 2 or 3 days ago. And it was awesome. And that gives me so much hope for the new year in esports and for Acrylic. And I'm so happy that this legacy is genuinely being really strong. Also in December, not in December, we brought in Chava a few months before, not a few months, like November, maybe early December, right? We brought in Chava, who's now our community manager. So I want to give shout outs to L2 for being an amazing co-owner, and helping me out when Max had passed and all that, and is still the co-owner now, and has helped me so much with running this thing because he has some former experience working with esports orgs as well, and that is just so valuable when you're trying to run one. Having a guy with previous work experience in the field is amazing. Nada is similar story. The guy's amazing. He works fucking magic with tweets. It's awesome. It's honestly just not ridiculous, but it's pretty crazy to see just how much he's able to do. And I love Nada so much for it, man. He's a great guy, and I'm so happy that we get to keep you around, hopefully for this year. I hope, like the whole year, because you're doing great. And if you guys aren't aware of who Nada is, he is, was Zuma's former editor, and is Philo's current editor. So he has a lot of experience in it. He's done socials before as well, so he had experience in the field, and we brought him in, and he's done amazing work for us, and I hope that we get to keep him. And then Chava joined us just as a guy to help out with the org when we needed help, and now he's the community manager. We promoted him recently, and I just love how much he's basically just been interacting with us in management and all that, trying to figure out, hey, what do I need to do? This is what I want to get done this month with the community and all that. And with that, next month and all of next year in 2023, we are gonna be working way harder with the community to really build that foundation and make people really want to support us long term. And it's all because of everyone in this org. And obviously I can't give individual shout outs to everyone who's a creator or player or management. Well, management is just us three plus me, so us four. So I can't give a shout out to every player or creator, but I mean, you guys know who you are. I appreciate you. Jay, Nikki, Optical, L2, you guys have been here since the literal and Nexus. You 5 have been here since the literal beginning of Acrylic, basically. So I just want to say thank you so much to you 5 in particular. Because you guys have made this last. Without you guys, I don't know if I'd still be going here with this org. I might have called it quits a long time ago, so I'm very happy to be able to say I have you guys. I work alongside you guys. Y'all are awesome. And Optical. And Optical. I'm sorry. I think I said that, but if I didn't, Optical as well. It's honestly really fucking cool. And, during that, I know I said I was going to talk a lot about my life, but there wasn't really too much that went on. YouTube was pretty fucking cool, though. I'm not gonna lie. Let me go over what happened this year in YouTube. Oh wait, it wasn't this year. It was last year. Fuck. Okay, well this year I hired a new editor who, well, actually, I've hired like 3 editors by this point. So one of them was Alec. Alec, you're a goat. You know that. I still talk to you occasionally. He just moved to. I don't want to expose where he moved to, but somewhere in Australia. So he moved to Australia recently, but before that, he was my long-term editor. We made about what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 videos. I want to say maybe 9 while he was here, if not more. So about 9 videos, right? While he was here, and those were the best performing months out of my YouTube channel. Like genuinely, it wasn't even close. So those were great. And then after that, I still work with some new editors. I started doing shorts temporarily. I kind of stopped, but I did do shorts for a little bit. Honestly, helped my channel out a lot. And then I kind of went into some other things. I made some challenge videos with the help of one of my current editors. I'm so sorry. I haven't worked with him in about 2 months. I haven't made content in about 2 months, admittedly. That needed to be edited, so that's kind of why. Not Sabo, that's my merch guy. Nav. I fucking love working with Nav. He also is great. I think I'm going to keep him and Alec long term as my editors because they're both awesome. And, both of them have helped my channel so much in this year. I know I could have released way more videos. I think I released... Here, actually, let's count how many I released this year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm not counting shorts. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 videos in 12 months. That's not that good. It's not completely terrible. That's about a video every 2 weeks. But that's still not good. So, with that, I'm hoping this is something that I'm able to do. I don't know. School is weird. I have to do a lot of charity work since I go to a Catholic school. So, I'm not sure. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to hold this 100%. But, I want to stream 4 times a week, minimum. And I understand that might not be possible, but I want to try and do that. Also, I just realized me saying I have to work, I have to go to charities, it kind of sounds like, wow, he doesn't appreciate going to charities. I genuinely fucking love it. It is one of my, is a very fun thing to do. And by fun, it's like, not, I don't know if fun's the right word, but such an interesting thing to do. It gives you insight on way other people live. Like, going to a homeless shelter, or, like, volunteering at, there's this place, I don't know if it's everywhere, but it's at least in Vegas, I'm pretty sure it's a national thing, 3 Square, and, like, helping kids who are, like, who don't have, who come from, like, low-income families, right, and being able to give them, like, just a Christmas gift of, like, a football, or, I don't know, like, just even something minor to those kids makes their world, or like going to a homeless shelter and donating food to them, and just seeing the actual impact of it. It means a lot to me, and I think that's something that I actually do genuinely want to do a lot more in New Year's. I want to help out in the community more, and I'm not going to record any of this. Like, I fucking hate people who record this shit just to make themselves look good. I'm not going to record any of it. I like doing this because it makes me feel good. I'm not saying this because I want to make you guys be like, oh wow, look at Vincent. He's a nice guy. No, I don't care what you guys think of me. I am who I am. What I put out on the internet is my true self, right? Whatever I say is my true self at this point. So I want to be very honest about that. I like doing this type of stuff. I like helping out at shelters and charities, and that shit's dope, and I'm never going to record it. So that's what that is. YouTube. I'm gonna try again at least 4 streams up on my Twitch. Twitch.tv totally not golden, by the way, if you guys want to check out the streams. I would greatly appreciate it. And I'm gonna try uploading once a week. I'm not sure if they're all gonna be edited VODs or what. I kind of want to have some edited VODs and then some like challenges / skits. Kind of want a bunch of variation in my content this year. And then that's pretty much the point on socials. Also, I'm going to be casting on the weekends, and I'll try casting on the weekdays, since I do casting for COD leagues. So I'm going to try doing that as well. I don't want to count those as streams, though, because that's kind of cheap. So, yeah. And then on to actual real life. So this year, I have made it a personal goal to go to the gym more. Now, I know this shirt kind of seems like I'm fat. I'm not. I'm actually this skinny. Right? I'm pretty skinny. It's just a really baggy shirt. So, my goal this past year was to go to the gym a lot more, especially second half. Camera. Is it in focus? It is. Okay, it just looked out of focus for me for a second. I think I got back. But basically what happened, sorry, I'm fucking lost. Okay, gym. Yeah, so this past year, I tried making a goal, especially in the second half, to go to the gym a lot more. I kind of failed on this past month because of holidays and everything that came up. But before that, I was doing really fucking well. And I went from barely being able to lift like I don't know if it's a bar. I want to say it's the barbell one. It's connected on both sides. I used to barely be able to lift a 40-pound barbell, and like barely could do anything with that, which is really sad as a 17-year-old. I'm not gonna lie, that's really fucking sad. To being able to do 60-pound curls easily, barbell curls, and 70-pound. I don't know what the fuck this is, but it's like when it's like this, and then you pull it up to your chest. Like that. I don't know what that's called, but it's that. I can do that, 70 pounds. And I do about 3 sets of 10 reps on both of those weights, right? And I'm very proud of that. And then I did like back muscle stuff. I don't know what the fuck this machine's called either. I'm sorry. I don't really know the names of these machines or these workouts. I just kind of do them. But it's like the ones where there's like weights back behind you. And then, like, the bar's, like, right here. So, okay, so, like, imagine I'm in my seat, and the bar's, like, right here. And I pull it down, and the weight's swing up. That's what I do. And I used to only be able to do about 45 on each arm. Right? Now I can do about 105. So my back muscles got way fucking better over the year. It was honestly, like, really... I was weak as shit. I'm not gonna lie. I was weak as fuck at the start of the year. And I've gotten significantly better with that. Alright. I've gotten significantly better at that. And I'm very proud of the progress I made. And, you know, I have put on a little bit more weight because of it. But that's also because it's going into muscle. I was about 120 something at the start of the year, which is really bad for a 17-year-old / 16-year-old at the time. At the start of the year. 17-year-old now. But I was like 125 at the start of the year. Now I'm at 144, which is actually a really healthy weight for my age and what I'm doing right now. And the main thing I want to improve upon is what I eat. Well, actually not eat. I don't eat that much fast food, but what I drink. Because what I eat is actually pretty healthy. What I drink is up and down. I go on waves of never liking soda, and then I'll just like get a craving for it, and then I'll just drink way too fucking much of it, and it's terrible for me. And it makes me feel like a piece of shit. It makes my body feel like shit, and then it makes my teeth really bad. So I have to improve that big time. I have to cut out soda, at least. Limit myself as much as possible to when I'm with eating meals. That's why I'm allowed to drink sodas. That's why I'm setting as my hard cap. If I'm at a meal, I'm allowed to drink a soda, and I'm allowed to drink at most 2, and that's at dinner. I'm not drinking more than 2. Because, oh man, it is so fucking bad for you. And I'm going to try whittling that down to, like, at most 1 soda. Because I am a fucking addict to it, man. I have serious issues when it comes to soda, man. Like, when I'm at home, I can ignore it, but once I get out of the house and I'm like, oh man, this sounds good, I just can't. Like, it's really bad. So I'm gonna try fixing that. I'm trying to think, what else is there? So, gym. School. So, I'm going to UNLV in 2023. I got accepted to UNLV. And only way I'm not is if I somehow become ridiculously wealthy before college, which I don't think I will. So I think I'm going to college. I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to UNLV this year. I'm super excited. I already live in Vegas, so I don't have to worry about that. I have in-state tuition. I have a house. Obviously, I live in a house, so I don't have to worry about dorms. It's awesome. It's the fucking best. And yeah, so I am doing that. Sorry, it's about it's 1:50 in the morning when I'm recording this, so just cut me some slack for being tired. I'm sorry. And yeah, so UNLV, I'm doing that. I have to call them up to like get something. I'm going for business, so I have to call them up, go attend a meeting, and then I'm good, and then I'm officially in. And then I mean, honestly, high school been super easy. This year did not go how I wanted it to go. It like started off the way I wanted it to go. I was meeting a lot of new people. I got to know some people I did get interested in. I'm not going to name drop this girl, but me and this girl were, I don't know if dating is the right word, but seeing each other. And like, we mutually liked each other, if that makes sense, right? Like, we both wanted to be with one another. And not in the weird way, you guys. Not in the weird way. Not in the weird way. Don't think the weird way. No, not that way. But we just both, like, genuinely were pursuing a relationship with one another. So I was like, this is great. This is how I want this year to go. And then that fell apart. Because we just both... Well, okay. So, I had started... Honestly, I did nothing. Now I think about it. I talked to her, but I could have done more. I tried scheduling things with her, and she was always busy with, like, yearbook stuff or something. She's also in high school, obviously, so she was doing yearbook stuff at her school. She's a senior, like me, like yours truly. So she was doing yearbook stuff a lot. She was often left at school for multiple hours after. And at the time, she didn't have a license, and neither did I. So it's not like I could go and pick her up, and then we could go do something, or she could go and pick me up, and we could go do something. Like, no. So, that was a situation. And, and then, like, a month in, I want to say? Which I know is, like, a really short relationship, but, like, a month in, someone at her school, she caught, like, feelings for, and... like, the way she brought it up could have been much better, because she honestly kind of didn't bring it up, which is, like, the weird thing. She just kind of posted a photo of the dude and her, and I was like, and, like, it wasn't like it was, like, a haha, we're just friends thing. Like, no, it was, like, a, oh, we're something more type, like, photo, if that makes sense. And I messaged her, and I was like, yo, like, what's going on? What the fuck? I didn't say what the fuck. I was like, yo, what's going on? Are you still interested in me? Like, what's going on here? And she was like, I was, but then I found this guy. And I was like, oh! Sick! This makes me feel way worse about as a person. And it was hell for a little bit. Because I really tried doing everything I could to see this girl. And I didn't get backstabbed, but felt like I got backstabbed, if that made sense. And it was just so disappointing because me and her, like, we talked about everything, right? Like, we were very open with one another. And I just wish that, like, this was brought up in a manner where it was like, hey, I'm not really interested anymore. And we, like, split off naturally instead of the manner in which it happened. And the more fucked up thing was, she left me on her story, her private story, for a little bit longer. And there was not so. I mean, it wasn't like adult, but it wasn't like something that you should show to an ex, if that makes sense, right? Which was like, oh my god, I fucking, like, this is annoying. Like, anyways, we're still friends. We still talk, very rarely. I think I talked to her technically today because of something on my Instagram story, but, before that we hadn't talked for, like, months. So, she is just a friend slash acquaintance at this point, right? And it was really disappointing, honestly. And everything kind of sucked, and sucked, and sucked for a little bit longer. Because that, like, so that happened about 2 months after the Max thing, right? So I was just recovering from the Max thing, and then my heart gets broken again. Not as badly, because I didn't know her as much, but kinda. It still sucked, right? And then I rebounded, as a boy does. But, you know, I learned something with myself, which is I don't trust people enough at this point in my life. I don't know how this became this topic. Oh my fucking god. This was a recap of my year. What's going on? Okay, I was gonna say, I realized through that I don't trust people, because after that, after I tried rebounding, like, I don't trust myself. I don't trust, like, my own, like, judgment at this point. Because I'm like, oh, I think this girl is interested. And then, like, oh, no, my thing, oh, no. Okay, had to fix the monitor, I turned it off. And then I second guess myself, and then by the time, like, my brain was like, oh, no, she definitely is, like, she very clearly has moved on. And that was, like, my one rebounding shot. And I was like, well, fuck me, I guess. Like, come the fuck on. This is the worst. And then everything with the esports blew up. And then I was like, this is fucking awesome, dude. So that's what I mean by this was the weirdest fucking year. Like, highest of highs with esports and everything, and lowest of lows with my heart being broken twice this year through two very different things, and then kind of in the middle with the rebounding and just, like, content and everything, and it was all just kind of up and down. And honestly, I don't fucking know how to interpret that at this point. It was a very, very, very weird year. Okay, my camera is out of focus. It's back. Oh my god. And I don't know how to interpret that, but, you know, we move. I'm happy right now with where I am in life. I have a license now. I got a license about a month ago, which is pretty fucking cool. I got a bunch of cool shit. And yeah. Just doing well at this point. I'm happy with who I am, with where I am as a person. I'm happy with what I'm doing. And I'm happy with the reputation I have right now. In the COD community, I have a positive reputation. Relatively positive. I get in some drama with some people, but mostly people really, like, are in my corner, and I greatly appreciate that, and I'm super thankful for the opportunities I've been given, in the community, as a caster, as an owner, and yeah, shit's just dope. I'm eternally grateful for them, And I'm eternally grateful for you guys, because without you guys, I wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't be in this situation. So I just want to thank you guys. I know it kind of became a rant at the end here, but oh my gosh, 2 a.m. Fucking hell. But I just want to say thank you. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you, because this year could have been way worse, man. It could have been way worse. There still were a lot of ups and downs to it, but when all was said and done with this year, I wish a few things were different, but overall, I think it was a good year. And I just want to say thank you guys. Yeah, it's me, Acrylic Golden. If you guys enjoyed, as always, make sure you smash the like button and consider subscribing. This is not my usual content, as you guys probably know by now, because I say that every fucking video. This is not my usual content. I'll see you guys in the New Year's. 4 streams a week is the hope. Twitch.tv/StoryNotGolden. Go sub. Twitter is Acrylic_Golden. Go follow. And yeah, thank you guys so much. Hope you all have a fantastic New Year's. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out, everybody. Bye.